affectionately known as ears.
Come
on, lip sync, lip sync. There you go. We know what show that one's from.
Charlotte Rae, Nancy McKeon.
Ah, you know
Who
the
was
cast.
Tootie?
Tootie.
Tootie? You remember Tootie?
I remember the name. I don't know that I remember who that was.
Blair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Molly Ringwald was in that at the beginning. She was the one who rode the roller skates all the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really know.
Lisa Welchel.
Yes, she was Blair.
Yep.
Kim Fields.
Yep.
And then her mom was a director.
I didn't know that.
Her mom is a Hollywood director.
That was a spin-off of
Different Strokes.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Wow, my gosh.
Hey, we know our 80s TV, don't we?
What trivia. Wow, Robin, do you know all that stuff?
No, I didn't know the show.
So how you both doing?
Wonderful.
Now that we're officially doing the interview.
Great.
Let me introduce you, because this is a different segment. If you're just watching, Kevin Christian is to your left. He is the Public Relations Officer and the Coordinator of Television Media Productions for Marion County Public Schools. Thank you, Robin, for giving me all this. And Dr. Heidi Maier is on the right. She is the Superintendent of Marion County Public Schools. And
where great things happen every day.
I like that tagline. Okay, so you're here to talk about the schools, what's going on. And tell me about the concerts first. That sounds fun.
Okay, so this weekend at Epcot.
At Epcot?
Well, first, yes, at Epcot with the Food and Wine Festival. So they do the Eat to the Beat concert series. This weekend is Taylor Dane.
Oh, I love Taylor Dean.
I know.
She is wonderful.
She is. So.
Flash from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late
I like
80s,
her too.
yes, yeah.
What's the song I know? I'll Always Love You?
I'll Always Love You.
Yeah.
That song,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yes, we've got her. And then November 11th at the Hard Rock Orlando, bucket list concert, Simple Minds.
Oh, my gosh. So you're going to both things.
Yes.
Excellent. Yay.
Bucket list.
Is that more exciting than coming on this show?
35 years.
Is that more exciting than coming on this show?
Equally exciting. I've waited 35 years to see Simple Minds.
So where did...
Oh, my.
35 years.
Is that right? Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome. You know, you did meet a few Simple Minds in your life before this, though.
She looks straight ahead.
That's right. Heidi is classy. She knows.
When I was a kid in school, this was the most fun time of the year for me. I just loved this time of year. Halloween, I guess I'm talking about grade school, maybe upper grades, didn't matter so much. But this was always fun when I was a little kid. You guys too?
Absolutely. It was all about the candy.
What has happened? Has it
All about
changed
the
at all, or is it pretty much the same? Do the kids come to school with costumes on, and you got lots of rules now compared to what we had?
Just different kinds of costumes,
Yeah.
and some that are a little scarier than others.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of schools are blending this week with United Way Week
Right.
so that the kids dress up and they focus on like book characters and things like that.
What's your favorite costume? What's your favorite adult costume?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
Who was on one of our campuses recently.
Oh, how wonderful.
We can talk about that.
Go ahead.
Oh, good.
At our Safe Halloween scene last week, we had the Beast there.
Nice.
He was quite a hit.
No kidding.
I understand, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Was he like in the monster mask, or?
The whole outfit.
Oh, wow.
And I'm talking nice costume, not like homemade.
Something looks really...
I mean,
now, where did it come
people
from?
were clamoring to have pictures with him.
Was he from Disney?
Oh, my.
I don't believe so.
Oh, wow.
But he sure looked like it.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
really,
Okay.
it was that quality.
Huh. Was Beauty there?
Everywhere.
We had a lot of little...
Oh, everybody
Oh,
was
nice.
a Beauty. Oh, I see.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
And you had a lot of people attend.
Oh, my gosh.
Almost 1,800.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
tons
is so
of people.
amazing.
And it
So
was really
amazing.
cool to see, you know, a lot of times, I call it trick or treat. You know, a lot of times it's just kids going around together in
Right,
like little
right,
groups. These were families
Families. That was awesome.
doing this whole Safe Halloween scene together.
Yeah. yeah.
So
That's
it was
nice.
really cool.
That's nice.
That is marvelous.
What kind of candy did you give out?
Well,
There were
There was a ton of it. And what was great, though, is that this year it was organized by two of our program specialists. So Chris Lyons and Jennifer Leeds organized this. And they had an entire building where the different rooms had themes. Like we had a Harry Potter room. We had a glow room.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
The Day the Crayons Talked room. I mean, so, yes. And so you walk through. It was just magnificent. You got to have your picture taken on, platform 9 3/4, and it was fabulous.
This is why kids love the Halloween season, because the schools always go all out for it.
Well, and our staff had such a good time too, getting ready for this and just welcoming these families to our campus.
So if you see a bowl of mixed candy,
yes,
and you're going to steal one piece, what do you look for?
Hershey's chocolate.
There you go.
Snickers.
I'm with you.
Snickers, yes.
Hershey's.
Yeah.
It's kind of close to me. I look for the dark chocolate.
Oh.
For some reason, I like that one.
There's nothing. I mean, there's wonderful chocolate in the world. My favorite is Lindt chocolate, but there's nothing like Hershey's chocolate.
Oh my
bars.
gosh, Robin, tell your story.
Exactly.
Robin has a story about her son going to Europe.
Yeah, TJ had gone on his class trip in his senior year to Europe, and then when they went to Switzerland, where it was supposed to be the best chocolate ever, he came home. He said, "No, Mom, Hershey's has it all." He does, and he's a chocolate fanatic, so he just loves Hershey's.
It's just something unique about Hershey's chocolate bars.
Is a chocolate muffin a breakfast food, or is it a cake?
Yes.
Yes.
Good answer.
What's really wonderful about the Halloween scene, like you referenced earlier, it's all about the books, and Beauty and the Beast was centered around her reading books
That's why
and
she's my
loving
favorite
books.
princess, yes.
Yeah, so this was really wonderful for you to
the
instill
kiddos
that.
to see all of those literary characters come to life. We had Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
We had the Wizard of Oz. I mean, all of those characters in just, it was really cool to see, because my job is to go there and photograph. So I get to see all these little kids in costumes, and then when they see their favorite character, their eyes light up. So yeah, it's really cool.
That is wonderful.
We were talking before we went on the air about copyright infringements. We have to be very careful so that when we put stuff like the theme songs, I don't know if it's going to cause a problem or not, but like when you're doing stuff like that, like at a school event and you videotape it, do you sometimes have to, I guess, make sure you don't put on Thriller or something like that?
Well, with our video production department, it's really no different than you. When we post our videos to YouTube, we're subject to copyright law as well, and we're very careful about that. But sometimes, YouTube doesn't like the fact that we use this song in this video as background music, and so they'll tag it. And we're marked as an educational entity, so there's a little bit more leeway there.
Even if it's ambient, like if it's in the room at the time, does that ever affect?
If it's recorded,
and it's clear,
recorded, and you can hear it, it's distinguishable.
Isn't it amazing that the computer can find it? Even
I don't know how all that works.
No. I know how it works. I can tell you, it's an algorithm. That's all I know.
That was a good joke.
And to stick with the book theme, you have the Community Reads update.
Yes.
Ooh, it happens Thursday.
This Thursday, you
This
said
Thursday it
November
updates.
1st.
1 a.m.
What happens?
New
What do you mean?
content. Yes.
That's our Community Reads web resource. Where parents can go and get all kinds of resources and information to help their children beyond the normal school day. There's all kinds of conversation starters there. There's all kinds of book recommendations that the kids can read online via Marion. And just all kinds.
What is Marion?
Marion is kind of an electronic library that kids can sign into. Over 6,000 books, and they can all read the same book at the same time.
Wow. It's cool.
It's like having 6,000 copies of the same book.
Yeah, that's amazing, right?
And another great thing about the Community Reads website is anyone can check it out. So this is a great way for us to keep that communication with the entire Marion County community, because it's so important to me to make sure everyone's informed on what we're doing, because everybody is vested in our kids. And this website focuses around our reading curriculum, our new reading curriculum for our elementary kids, which, remember, we were the first district to adopt a curriculum outside of the state list, and this was that option. So it just keeps everyone informed on what we're doing and the great content that we are focusing on. Like our second graders, I keep saying that they're learning about the War of 1812, and they are in second grade. But what it is they are learning the history of our Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, and why do we sing it? What does it really mean? What's the historical background, so when these kids do get to middle school, high school, they have that background knowledge to draw upon, and learning history and civics isn't so foreign to them. It's a really great opportunity for these kids.
That's really good. Yeah.
Here's a good tease for November. If you go to our Community Reads website, I'm not going to tell you where to find it, but you can learn the history of the Toll House cookie.
Oh, there you go. I'm there. I'm going to investigate.
Can I ask without having to go there? Was there actually a Toll House that some lady made cookies?
Yes.
We have to visit. We have to go
fabulous.
there.
I always wondered where the name came
Reads.
from.
So you go to marionschools.net and look for the book.
Look for the book.
Oh, wonderful.
You click on the book.
By the way, the trivia question, during which war was our national anthem posed, or at least the words to it, is often gotten wrong. Most people say the Revolutionary War.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize it was the War of 1812. It's one of those easy stumpers, right? Yeah.
That's a good segue into our next topic. If I can direct the conversation.
Go ahead,
that
because
way.
I haven't even looked at my
Day.
notes.
Well, Veterans Day,
yes.
you're talking about history.
Right.
We have Veterans Day coming up, and we as a school district for the last, I think this is our 12th year, we actually put on the official Marion County Veterans Day ceremony. Our students do that. It's student-led, student-driven, and we do that live at the Marion County Veterans Park. We televise it live on the Marion Education Channel. It'll be on our YouTube channel as well. It starts at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month. So it's
nice.
Only this year that's on a Sunday, so we're going to do it on Friday the 9th.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Friday the 9th
Friday
you're
the
going
9th,
to do that.
But we'll have, there's usually 5,000-6,000 people in the park. And we have, I think I was told we have over 40 schools participating this year.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
We want the community there.
And then you do that Purple Heart parking, which is absolutely outstanding.
It is. And when we leave here, we have one at Madison Street today. Yesterday, we had one yesterday. We have 4 this week.
You've kind of been a trailblazer in that regard. There was a gentleman, where was this guy? He was talking to us about he wished he could get whatever to allow Purple Heart parking the way the school system has. And I said, well, that's kind of cool that you're inspiring somebody else to do the same thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't remember what organization he was with.
But when we go back to my commitment to our veterans and to the community to make sure that our kids do understand.
Understanding it is important.
Right, the sacrifices that our veterans put forth to make this the greatest country on the planet. This is something so simple, just a sign, but it is a daily reminder and a daily teaching opportunity, and also a tribute to them. So it's an honor to do it. We're excited about it.
And you said you have 40 schools so far.
I think we're 39 or 40, so the goal is to have a parking spot at every one of our schools.
And we had, American Legion was in here a week ago or so. They're doing something called Wreaths Across America.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful,
so you
very
put a wreath
poignant.
on every veteran's...
a live wreath. A live
Yes, live wreath.
Yeah.
I think they come from Maine, right?
Maine, he said,
there?
We have a lot of our ROTC units from our high schools that participate in that. They go out and actually help place the wreaths on the graves.
Speaking of which, I don't know if it's one of the talking points, but the ROTC helped out with the pumpkin patch, which went from Druid Hills to
First United Methodist.
Church.
And they have the pumpkins from the church that was that couldn't do it up in the Panhandle in Panama City.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, and that church, this is what they told us. Help me if I get this wrong, but the storm was coming. They knew they couldn't do it, so they had the pumpkins sent here.
1,500.
And then the church sustained the roof damage, and their deductible for their insurance is $58,000. So they've got to raise $58,000 just to meet the deductible before the insurance kicks in and fixes the rest of it.
Wow.
Isn't that something? So the pumpkin, if you can buy a pumpkin, the money will go to
Yeah,
that.
the money will go to replacing the roof
There you
and
go.
a lot of water damage for the
It'll happen.
classrooms and
People
things.
come through when they know there's a need.
But the ROTC were the kids who got them
Carried
off
the
the
pumpkins,
trucks
yeah.
and
The
set them
junior
up.
ROTC from
Yeah.
Forest. They're absolutely amazing.
They have a huge group of cadets at that school. Yeah.
It says next year we want WOCA there and with Marion. What is that? At the Safe
That's
Halloween?
our Safe Halloween.
Oh, you want
Yes,
us there?
We want you guys there
Yes,
next
you
year.
need to-
You could come dressed as whatever characters you'd like.
Penn and Teller?
Well, within reason.
Well, literary characters, children's authors,
Within
children's
reason.
characters.
We could do that.
Subject to the superintendent's approval.
That's right.
I won't talk like him. I just look like him. Robin can look like Teller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Won't talk.
Just put an Arthur.
Why don't you switch roles? That'd be even funnier.
That'd be funny.
What?
Yeah, that'd be
How would that be
funnier.
Penn and Teller? You have to have an Art Garfunkel hairdo there, right?
Yeah. You did that wonderful thing every year is walk our children to school day. You,
You know,
put
we
a
have-
lot of planning in
We
that.
have thousands of kids who walk to school every day, and we love the fact that they walk to school, they want to be at school, and they make the effort to be there. But many parents have no idea what their kids encounter along the way, and we're talking about stranger danger or objects that may be blocking the sidewalk that the kids have to walk around. So we have an exercise each year, and there's the MPO Municipal Planning Organization takes part and does the lead on this. And they plan this experience. We rotate it each year at one elementary school. This year it was Greenway. So it's always amazing. I always watch the parents because the parents will always say, oh, my kid would never wander off with a stranger. My kid would never. No, we talk to our kid. Inevitably, every year, those folks who are playing the bad people are able to lure a child away from the group that they're walking with.
Oh,
it's either
my.
with an electronic device or sometimes they'll have a dog leash and they'll say, I just lost my puppy. Will you help me find my puppy?
Oh.
This year,
Oh,
they
wow.
had kitten sounds coming from a truck.
Oh.
So you get the idea. It's like we set up
Wow.
these scenarios
Wow.
to teach children not to go, not to be lured away, not to fall for that.
Mm-hmm.
But the parents' eyes always, they open real big because they can't believe
So they
their
can
child
see it.
was
They can
lured
see
away.
what's
You
happening?
see it right there. Yes.
On camera or in person?
In person. Oh, no, in person. This year we had, I would say there were at least 75, maybe even 100 students and parents at Greenway because we had 3 groups that left at 3 different times to go along the same route. So, yeah, it's really, really eye-opening.
It's very insightful of you to do that. I would never have guessed
It's an
that.
international thing that happens every year. So it's,
It is true what
do
you're
it.
saying, though. We
Yes.
all think that, no, I've told my son, my daughter enough times, you know,
Right.
don't go with strangers. But,
But
yeah, you're
these
right.
days, if somebody walks out beside the sidewalk and they have an iPad in their hand or an iPhone or some kind of device, and they say, "Hey, if you'll come with me, I'll give you this."
Oh, my
can be very
gosh.
enticing to a child.
Yeah, sure. Wow,
Yeah,
that
because
is-
they want to trust.
we live in a creepy world, don't we?
We do sometimes.
And you distributed book bags with the safety materials?
Yes, the book bags went to all the kids who participated. Lots of goodies in those book bags, some bookmarks and safety, like remember those weekly readers? Remember those?
Oh, I love those. I ordered all
things
the
like
time
that
from
and,
that.
and highlights,
Yeah, that
those
too.
kinds of materials that teach students safety lessons. So,
There's
it's a lot of fun.
And the Mark Vianello, that was pretty amazing.
He's awesome. Go ahead.
He was actually, Mr. V. I call him Mr. V. I
Yeah.
can't call
Mr.
him Mark.
V.
Mr. V.
Mr. V.
He heads up our community and technical education programs, and he was recently named Florida's Workforce Partner of the Year. And you ask
Entire
why?
state of Florida.
The entire state.
We
of
ask
Florida.
Wow.
why. Why, Kevin?
Because of his incredible leadership
Yeah.
in linking students with the business community. For many years, people said that those two entities were not linked, didn't have a direct investment in each other in Marion County. They do now. And Mark Vianello is the person responsible for making that happen. Of course, he has a lot of support from external organizations. The Chamber is very big in that. Lots of local businesses and organizations take part in it. But we have a structured program where students are in those programs, get trained in those programs, become certified, graduate, and have a job immediately, making a very nice salary.
And that all goes back to our commitment to make sure there's an opportunity for every student. every student deserves an opportunity.
Absolutely.
And it goes back to our voters who approved the millage referendum to expand those programs.
You can't do it without that.
Direct accountability right there.
Good use of taxpayer money. That's
yes, absolutely.
That's always. I don't think anybody's against that. I think the tax issue for most people is just please use it smart. Use it wise.
It was renewed with almost 73% of the vote this year. So we're very grateful. Very grateful.
We had, I think it was the day after Hurricane Michael. The day after, we had a young lady in the studio that was organizing a food drive and a supply drive and they were taking it up there by their own trucks.
Yeah.
It was a private citizen just doing something.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see the community come together. And you guys are doing something too, right?
Oh, we are. Yes, and this came about, it was a parallel conversation that we had Mike Kelly, who is our principal over our vocational programs, and then a teacher at North Marion, Sonia Christmas, who contacted me about the same time saying they wanted to do something. She wanted to do there's a cardinal. That's a good sign.
Oh, that is
she
a good
wanted
sign.
to collect items, and Mike wanted to use our CDL program to take items to the Panhandle. So we connected them, and they spearheaded it.
That's a great idea.
Of course, with Kevin's help. And so this Thursday at 4 a.m., we have a truck leaving to take supplies up to the Panhandle. And go ahead.
And all of those supplies were donated by students, staff members, parents, community members, and collected at our schools.
Are you still collecting?
That's great.
We would still accept donations.
Today,
Yes.
Where would we
high
bring?
schools,
Where would we bring?
Any
the stuff?
school. Any school.
Any school. Just bring like a grocery bag full of groceries to a school.
As long as they're non-perishables. They really, what the folks in the Panhandle, what we're being told, they need things like diapers and baby formula and black trash bags, things like that you really wouldn't think about. You'd think food, or you think that kind of thing.
Right.
And there's there's tons of help going to the Panhandle, but personal hygiene products, toothpaste, deodorant.
Yeah,
those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I think we had some toothpaste in ours, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And then our logistics programs, they're the ones who are sorting the items and packing the trucks. So we have that student servant leadership part of it as well.
So really, all the items come in through the schools.
Yeah.
They are then taken to Lakeport High School or Westport High School for sorting and packing. And then our students in the CDL program at Marion Technical College will drive it up there.
Oh, nice.
That's
the
a
Marion
really
Technical
cool
College
idea.
truck.
That's a really cool way of showing, how
Everybody
you can
has
help,
ownership.
how you can help, and it's a great lesson that doesn't seem like a lesson.
Right.
And how late are the high schools open today to drop items off?
Well, they are usually up until around 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So.
And then you have school choice community nights that's coming up.
Yeah, we're in the middle of that series, and those are evenings designed to help parents and students better understand the options that they have when it comes to specialized academic programs that they may not be zoned for. For instance, your kids may be zoned for College Park, but Waimea Park or East Marion have special programs, and you want to be part of those. You can go to these meetings and learn about all of those programs, all of those options.
That's a great idea. That's a good idea, yeah. What was the thing at FAFO? There was a fence made of crayons?
Crayons.
What was that?
From Hillcrest.
Hillcrest, thank you.
Yeah.
Demonstratable art. Where those students take part. I don't know if you saw the Howard Middle project also. It's kind of similar.
Yeah, with the weaving
The ribbon
stuff.
weaving,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
a
we
whole
saw
wall
that.
of that to decorate
Oh,
the
yes,
fence.
I did see that, yes.
So it's just an opportunity for kids to be part of the creative process in producing something that the whole community can enjoy. It's one thing to produce it and hang it up in your classroom or even your school, but when you tell a student artist, we're going to hang this up in the middle of downtown Ocala, so holy moly.
And one of those works of art was my nephew's daughter. That makes her my great niece, whatever that makes her.
Yeah.
I just say niece. I always drop all the first parts of those things.
You had Fessenden, the celebration with Fessenden on the historical level.
What history there.
150 years. A lot of people don't know. Andrew Carnegie helped pay for that school.
Is that right?
In the
Really?
late 1800s, early 1900s,
Wow.
when that building was constructed.
Was it segregated at that time?
It was, absolutely, yeah. But tons of history. And I have to give kudos to that Fessenden alumni group.
Yes.
Man, they put on an
Organized.
impressive display of history, just hours and hours of investment that whole community could take part of. You know, when you drive onto the Fessenden property, if you know where it is? Okay. So sometimes people drive by and don't even realize it, but there's a beautiful set of palm trees on each side of the road. You get distracted because you're looking straight ahead for the school.
Yes.
Right.
You see the school straight ahead, but the whole driveway is lined with these huge tall palm trees that have been there for years and years and years. And of course, there have been buildings that were unfortunately taken down, but that school is still so historic in what you see there now.
It is amazing the history of our area. I was thinking when they are building the new hotel on the old Chamber of
Yes.
Commerce site, right?
Yeah.
As they dig it up, are they finding stuff that's been buried forever? I don't know. I haven't heard, but
I have to think yes.
That's got to be right because there was a hotel there. Did we tell you we saw this old silent movie that was made in Ocala?
No.
W.C. Fields.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Oh my gosh, you got to
Yeah.
rent this, or you don't even have to rent it. It's on YouTube for free. That's how we saw
They
it.
don't flag it because there's no music, right? It's a silent
Right.
movie.
Silent movie.
Well, there's a piano.
the
There's
old
a piano.
army game.
There's a piano guy playing something, and I don't think it's the original piano. But anyway, it's called if you
The
wanna
old
look-
army game.
The old army game. Yes.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
Harry's is the drugstore. He plays the part of a druggist. Which
You can see the courthouse and everything.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
wonderful.
Wow.
You can see the old
Have to check that
hotel
out.
Yeah.
before it was torn down.
And then you had the Code Red. That
Yeah,
happened.
you know, we have code reds and code yellows in many of our schools, and we're required by the state to have those drills. Unfortunately, the drills become reality sometimes. And, Saddlewood last week had an unfortunate situation in the middle of a celebration on a Friday night. There was obviously some crime in a nearby area.
Yes, that was
impacted the school.
yeah. Thank God
But I
nobody
will
got
tell
hurt
you,
in the
I was
school.
there, and the first comment that I heard was that students and teachers were the ones taking care of parents, because parents were visiting the campus.
Oh,
Imagine
really?
you're going to a campus for a fall festival, and all of a sudden you're being corralled into the closest room you can find. And the students are the ones who were saying, "Mom, Dad, come in here, hunker down, now be quiet, shh."
Oh my gosh, how
wow.
wonderful.
Red.
It gives
Code
me
Red.
chills.
But that's what that's what they know what to do.
That all goes back to you guys, though. Heidi, I thank you over and over again for your decision to follow that Alice protocol.
Alice protocol.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a smart move.
We had that, and then we had Hammett Bowen with an unusual package that was discovered. Fortunately, it turned out to just refrigerator parts, but how it was wrapped and where it was found was very peculiar. So that whole school evacuated. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. Smooth as silk. Those people knew exactly what they were doing. Those teachers were caring for those kids and loving on those kids, and they just walked
Kudos.
next door to Liberty Middle, had a couple-hour field trip at the big school next door, and then those kids came back.
Loving on those kids
Wow.
is probably the most powerful thing you
Absolutely.
can say. Yeah, that's what makes a good school a good school. So we need to wrap it up before I do a couple more TV themes from the
Oh,
80s. Do
goodness.
you have anything important you
Okay.
want to say before we say goodbye?
What's
Thank
that?
you.
Everything else?
Thank you.
Just
Anything
thank
you would like to
All right, ready?
address?
Thank you.
All right, what TV show is this theme song from?
There's a time for love and a time for this.
Yeah, that.
Do you know?
Give us a hint.
Danza? Tony Danza?
Oh, who's the boss?
Yeah. What's that show we were watching, Robin, with Tony Danza? Do you remember?
The Good Cop.
The Good Cop, yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right,
funny.
this one, even I know this one.
Oh, the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Friday nights, 9 o'clock, CBS.
Exactly.
All right, see if you know
was
this
such
one,
one.
ready?
Barney Miller.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
But I think it might be a spin-off of Barney Miller,
It
though.
sounds like Barney Miller. Night Court.
Night Court is
Oh,
right.
there you go.
Oh.
Am I right? Was that a spin-off?
I don't think so.
All right, this is the one all the ladies like, this guy. What? Yes.
MacGyver.
Yeah. Did you like MacGyver?
I still watch
No.
it. I watched the remake.
He was. Oh, did you like it? The remake, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
waiting for 3. There's 3 shows I'm thinking about.
Really? See if maybe this is it.
Dallas.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Because
You
I
already
was
played that.
thinking of Dallas. What is
But he
it?
did that. That's Magnum PI.
Oh, you already did that one?
Yeah.
Dallas, Love Boat, and Fantasy Island. Those are my 3 80s shows.
Really?
All right, one more.
love
One,
Fantasy
here, one more.
Island.
One more. We'll go out here. There we go. Do you remember?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's Matlock.
Matlock is right, yes. Andy
Good
Griffith.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while you all were watching TV, I was listening to Duran Duran.
That's right.
Yeah, you were. I was wondering if the even TV was a bad choice for you. I figured maybe you were listening to the radio more than you're watching TV.
But I like the variety. Thank you. And the challenge.
Dr. Heidi Maier, thank you for what you do and for having fun with us on a monthly basis like this. It's always
Appreciate
fun.
it.
Kevin Christian, thank you.
Thank you.
We love you. Everybody go to our best of that we're starting to do. Kevin is one of our best ofs.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's
Talking about his
amazing.
music.
Maestro.
Beautiful music. Which, by the way, we have to dust off. Christmas is coming up. So.
Yes, it is.
Got to get some Christmas songs from Kevin. All right, we'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from